The following video is part one of a 4xInnovations bumper install on my 4Runner. You will see the finished painted product because I've already shown how to paint 415 in other videos. Okay, the front bumper is painted. It was a little bit tougher to paint, but I got it done. Went on same as really the back bumper, just one little thing. There's some little hidden compartments, you know, where the high left jack mounts go that you really want to make sure you kind of get in there. I saturated with 415. You can see it just kind of dripped out. I brushed it after that just to make sure it doesn't have any run lines. Used a garden sprayer to kind of get in those nooks and crannies just to make sure I got it all. All right, this will dry. I'll top coat it. I'll sand and top coat it, and then I'll start assembling the winch and other pieces. Okay, day two, I've top coated the bumper one last time, so everything looks pretty good. Also, I've got the front bumper off, the old bumper. I've got a couple of things I've got to do, which is remove these, I think 10mm bolts here, take this bracket out. I had to end up having to angle grind cut this one. This bolt is just seized and it's not going to be saved anyway, that whole bracket, so I'm taking it out. And then I'll end up trimming some of this stuff, you know, here. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse the fog light connector, not the actual pigtail. I bought another one. I'm going to basically end up creating a whole nother connection point for my fog lights that I bought from my aftermarket bumper. I just need to clean up in here and get the some of just, you know, spray paint a couple things. Everything looks pretty good, but more to come. Okay, so I am installing some new fog lights that'll go inside the bumper. Really, they're just floodlights from Rigid. I'm going to be tapping those into the running lights for a backlit sort of amber view, and then when fog lights are on, I want the fog lights to come on. This SR5 did not come with a fog light switch, so I have picked up a OEM fog light switch. Should just be a straight plug and play. There's already a fuse and I think the guts to make the fog light work, and I'll just be wiring things in. This is easy to come off. You just remove the 10mm bolts. There's one screw here, turn the steering wheel, screw there, screw there. You do not have to pop this off to get this out. This should just come out with these two screws and plug out right there. Okay, big update here. I'm going to end up doing a 3-part video. I just cannot get this all into one big one, or it'd just be too long, of the bumper install. Again, there's the bumper all painted, ready to go. I still got to put the winch in. Sorry for the mess. I'm just a messy garage guy. All right, here's my Rigid fog light / floodlight with the backlit, my turn signal with the resistor. I'm going to show you how I did all this. This is tapped into the regular turn signal. I've got a solder point that I've done on that here and heat shrunk it. A pigtail connected in that to make it for easy disconnect, and then tapped into that wire is a resistor that I've tucked up under here. I'm going to cut all this stuff and just make it neat. I've also tapped into a new line going to the tail lights here and ran that wire over to here so I can do the backlit thing I'll show you on the Rigid thing. That Rigid connection all comes down to here. This is for the backlits. This will allow me to run like an amber, like an ambient kind of glow on it whenever I'm running my running lights. And this is for the fog lights. All right, how that's done is in my fuse box, I put a tap into my tail lights right there, which basically, AKA when I'm running my running lights or my lights are on, that amber lit thing should come on. I've increased that from a 10 amp fuse to a 15 amp fuse. Run that through here. That's also for my E-locker tap. I've got an Eaton E-locker in there. And then it goes down through there and the wiring like I showed you. Okay, just to show how everything works. And again, I put in that basically OEM fog light switch right here. So I've got that now tapped in, which makes it look very kind of OEM. So lights are on. You see the lights come on. Running lights are now on the vehicle. So let's make sure the tail lights are still on, which they are, positive. We come here to the front and tail lights are on, and voila, look at that. That Rigid thing is kind of glowing amber, kind of cool. They'll be hidden up in that bumper. Okay, let's check the turn signal and just make sure it doesn't go like crazy fast. Okay. Everything looks good. Now let's turn on the fogs. Gonna turn on the headlights for that. Headlights are on. Okay, fogs are on. And sure enough, they are on. And with that bright LED. Okay, so now everything just got to duplicate it on the other side. And the other cool thing about this too, because state of Virginia, if we had this on high, so now my highs are on. Supposedly everything should be, fogs are off and the backlight's back on. Yep, we are good to go and we pass state regulation. Okay, off. Don't want to run down my battery. Okay, that is it for the update. I will do a new video when I get everything ready to be bolted in. Oh yeah, one other thing. So what I've done here on the side is where I showed you, I actually cut my bracket here. That 4xInnovations has about a 5-inch gap from here, and it's never going to be exactly flush. It'll come down to about right here. Why I kept this was because it actually holds this fender well in place on 2 brackets back there, so I wanted to keep it. Another cool thing is I painted my recovery points yellow just because, and because I have yellow accents in my light anyway, so thought it was kind of cool. All right, thanks everybody.